Hello, happy Monday. I hope everybody had a relaxing, safe weekend. Sunday was lazy, ugly Sunday for me. I mean, head wrap, crusty looking, just relaxing in bed. Very lazy Sunday. So, up bright and early this morning, took my kid to school, feeling grateful, feeling good, feeling pumped, and ready to take on whatever this week has in store. I wanted to talk about rejection and God's protection, rejection being God's protection. And I'm going to read my notes I got over here. Rejection causes us to immediately look at ourselves rather than the person who has rejected us. It's like our knee-jerk reaction is to ask, what did I do wrong? Or why wasn't I good enough? When the reality is that their rejecting you likely had more to do with them than you. Or perhaps it was God who removed that person from your life because he knew they would have caused you even more pain if they had stayed. Rejection is hard and painful, but I cannot talk today, it's Monday. But I would much rather have God remove someone from my life than be in a relationship with someone who may cause me more harm than good. There have been people in my life before that I knew were not bringing life to the situation, but I still allowed them to stay in my life. Maybe it was because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. Maybe it was because I allowed the positive things to outweigh the negative. Or maybe I downplayed things, making excuses for the person because I was lonely and thought it was better to have someone in my life than no one. Life is too short to have people in your life that are draining or maybe even holding you back from the call of God on your life. When I did not have the strength or the guts to walk away, God was gracious enough to remove those people from my life. I see that now, but definitely did not see that in the moment. So there's a season for everything. Sometimes people are in our lives for a season. I spoke about this in one of my other videos. I can think back on some friendships that did not work out long term and wondered why they didn't last. I wondered if it was something I did, if it was something I said or did. And although I knew I didn't do anything, I still felt it was my fault. But maybe it was God's protection. But it could have been that person's choice, or maybe that relationship had run its course. The reality is that we are not responsible for other people's choices. They may decide they don't want to be friends with you anymore, or they don't want to date you anymore, and that's okay. The enemy wants to plant lies in our minds that causes us to question who we are. Renewing the mind is foundational in us growing and changing and digging up those roots of rejection. I think of the mind as a playground of the enemy. You have one tiny thought that is not from God, and the devil will run with it, making it a huge thing that you carry with you for decades. So, remember, rejection is God's protection. A lot of us, I'm even guilty of it, just will completely destroy ourselves trying to figure out why certain things happen the way they happen. And a lot of times God heard and saw things that we just could not see, and it's just simply just to protect us. So just roll with it. That's the way life goes. And yeah, I will see you on the next video. I hope this video helps for whoever comes across it, and I'll see you in the next video.